anyway, so I go through. I go through all the screens.
One thing at a time. So
No, this is really. I don't know.
Anything breakable, 5-foot radius.
Wait, does he have anything in his mouth when we move back 10, 15 yards?
So, you don't really. I don't know if you really heard this part. I'm getting really hot and bothered.
I'm getting all this.
So I call them up, and I hear all this background noise. I mean, it's like a party. It's like
with your mother.
Really.
We're putting this on YouTube, Dad.
He's in like some hot shit hotel in Beverly Hills, whatever the hottest shit is.
So you have his cell phone number. You're calling him now, right?
So I'm calling a Jersey cell phone number, and it turns out I'm talking of this hot shit party in Beverly Hills at the hotel.
Right.
And it was cool that because this is like really the side confidant, real agent. They keep calling all these people agents, and it's just calling me, you know. So I believe it and stop talking and leave them alone. But so it was cool, and it was 2-second conversation.
I haven't gotten to the end of the story.
There's not real plot. It's just like
well, you know. So I mean, I was tickled. I went through all these things. Oh, by the way, the guy, the agency over there was the guy who did Lennon. I mean, this was serious people I was talking to.
So what?
And they had to believe me.
Hold on, so did you end up talking to him or not? Did you end up talking to Bruce or not?
No. Well, wait a second.
Okay.
So,
wait. Not so about 3 days later.
Waiting about a week.
It's going to be on YouTube. Bob's story of playing with Bruce Springsteen.
So,
I don't think YouTube has enough room on it. So,
you know, it goes through all this. I get the tickets, and then
True Hollywood stories and Bob Pike.
I mean, I have no idea.
True Hollywood stories.
First of all, we get in there like before early, and we go through like 4 levels of gun-toting security. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, right. He's not kidding.
I know. It was like serious. It was unbelievable. And it's like as if they needed. They're all like 7-foot black guys. Like they really needed the gun, you know. It worked.
Send him over the edge.
So I mean, it goes down and down into the basement.
This is Gary Coleman.
I mean, it's like that. I'm imagining things and talking about imaginary things.
Dragging nose in the basement.
So we're down in.
There were no security guards.
Yeah, there were. So we're going down into the basement, and then we go through this other level, and then we're in a bar. I forgot this thing. We're in a bar down where the coaches and players party, and we're watching something like World Series.
Yeah, it was.
See?
Right.
See? Right. And it was like here in the bar, there was a lot of famous folks in there, and you know, but not us. And this guy from Jersey,
oh really?
And this Jersey cell phone guy keeps, everyone's looking at like, who the fuck are you?
Sorry, I should put my legs up there.
So this guy from Jersey keeps calling me saying, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna find you, I'm gonna find you. And it's like, okay, I'm in a black shirt and I have a big nose, and I'm a Jew from Jersey. How you gonna find me? You're in a bar of 150 screaming, partying people watching the World Series. The guy came right to me. Unbelievable. There's 150 people in there.
Like that.
This guy was good. I mean, this is what he sort of like did for a living. Oh yeah.
Just
so
keep going. I have a gigabyte of memory.
Here's the other thing. We have these passes. Okay. So when I understood there's about 200 or 300 passes, of which, however, we only had ones that were like 30 or 40 passes that had a different whatever size. I was propositioned by like this unbelievable babe. God knows what she would have done to get that pass. It was because people that knew what that meant.
Was,
Tom Hanks was the doorman. I mean, this was insane.
Hello. This is getting better. It's getting deep.
I have a doorman uniform on. You edit this?
And,
yeah.
And you know, he thought he knew me, and I started bullshitting with him.
So Tom Hanks?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, you're on the
I got a face of, until they hear me, they think
he's like,
well, once they hear me, they know they haven't seen me.
Weren't you Lieutenant Dan? Let's just keep on going.
So then they cordoned us off into this other dinky.
With the Uzis, right? The guards with the Uzis?
No, we're done with that. Now we're in the in crowd.
Rocket launchers.
Really.
before the
Who was
concert
on the
and
list?
It was before the concert and after the concert.
Yeah,
So
after,
you
no, no,
have it
after,
straight?
yeah, after the
Still before the
concert.
concert.
Okay, before the
Still
concert.
before the concert. No.
No, no, no.
So you all got
Before the concert was the bar scene.
Okay.
And then we thought,
There
right,
were
I
different
forgot about
levels of
this.
bar. Like the first bar, they had
Right.
like M&Ms and trail mix. The next one, they had like fake crab. Then the next one, they had lobster and, you know,
Real crab.
very high end.
We didn't think we were going to see him because
We
this
got
was
to
before the
high end. We
concert.
got to the, we did get to
Alright,
that.
we're putting this on
But
YouTube. Bob fucking going through all
his
your
side
stories.
man said,
Edited.
you will see him. We didn't think that was going to happen. So, I mean, this was
is all
a
before the
room.
concert. And there was a,
You're losing
there was a
steam.
list. I found this list, and I said, hey,
good.
Bob, look at this list. Look, it was Tom Petty and like Robert De Niro and
Ron Howard, Stevie Nicks,
right?
Carol
Bob
King.
Feigenbaum, and underneath that was like.
And there's only 10
Steve
names.
Van, and underneath that was not Steve Van, but
No.
underneath that was like.
It's definitely Stevie Nicks.
Nick Nolte, and there were like a lot of people way underneath him were, you know.
Oh yeah, I was, one of the things.
I
But
know
there was
there
only
was-
like
I
a
know there was
dozen
a rating
names.
or a ranking,
It was a
but-
dinky room. It was their locker room.
Did you steal that?
And there was,
Did you steal that list? There you go.
it was about 20,
maybe he did.
20 by 25 room. So anyway, so I'm politely bullshitting with his manager of 18 years, which is funny. She's picking my brain because I've known him longer than anyone in the room.
Yeah.
You know, I've known him since 72.
Must have
So,
taken a while to pick your
72.
brain.
Were you at his wedding?
So,
About a second to pick your brain.
Up, we're done.
Didn't pick much.
So I'm like politely behind, looking at like a little, Klingon, about 6 Klingons over there. So I mean, these guys are, and you know what's amazing? He just got done with like a 3-hour concert. This guy is soaking wet. He looks like he just dove in a pool, and he has the energy of like an 8-year-old on sugar. He's just like all part. He's unbelievable. So I'm politely behind, 6, 8 feet behind, and she keeps like pushing me, and then finally she literally pushed me into one of the guys' backs, who had to turn around, and then Bruce sees me, and okay,
I
so
remember that. I was right next.
so when I see
That's
him,
the best part.
when I see him, I mean, one of the first things I say, and God knows why I said this, and before I saw him, I figured I'm going to see this guy for what, 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds.
Might be
I
true.
want to really actually know what I'm going to say, unlike the 99% of the rest of my life. So,
No.
stay focused. So,
Actually, Jay.
He's putting this on.
I can edit
So what'd
this
you say to
out.
him? What'd you say?
so I walk up to him, and almost the first thing out of my mouth is like, "Oh, Bruce, you were great tonight.
I'll
There's
edit
only
it.
one problem." And he goes,
Jay.
I said, "I thought you guys were holding back."
And they were
And he really, he's so humble that his face just went
and they left.
for like 3 seconds. And then he just stared. I mean, he never heard anyone bust his balls like that. I mean, how many people they're kissing his ass, every which way but loose. And he said, it's so obvious you're from Jersey. And he was just like, he laughed a lot and like hugged me, and we talked for maybe 8 minutes.
That's pretty cool.
Totally cool, humble, and what's really interesting is his recall. It was like, compared to me, it was like, perfectly perfect. I remembered nothing, and he remembered all this nuance and this and that, and I'm like,
That's cool. That's
very cool, totally cool guy. And what I told him, I said, what I leave from this is I meet a guy with all the fame and money on the planet, and